Welcome to the house that Rockne built. Leahy turned into legacy, Parsegan renovated, and Holtz restored. Notre Dame Stadium, the home of the Fighting Irish. All games might count the same, but some carry a little more juice. And when you get to this point in the season, a couple of teams in the top 10 fighting for their playoff lives and positioning, this one feels a little special. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Virginia Tech Hokies. Taking on the winners of 8 straight, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. That's some way to start this game. They're lining up for an onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the first quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
Offense getting set for first down. Handoff to the single running back. Shakes off the defender.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Comes out throwing on first down. Got his man on the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Notre Dame now operating in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. The freshman able to get home with the sack. Notre Dame lines up quickly. They'll try the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today, though.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement here today.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. He caught it. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
This guy reminds me a little bit of Devontae Smith back in Alabama winning the Heisman. This guy makes plays week in, week out. Top 5 right now in the nation in receiving yards, and that's why he's in the Heisman discussion.
And he's knocked down. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical. And you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Keith. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Makes the catch. It's Mason. Stopped after making the catch. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. Guys, in basketball through the years, we've seen the Big Ten ACC Challenge, and it'll be fun to watch this one on the football field.
I think this is going to be a real test of physicality. I know these are two conferences that pride themselves on that, going out and establishing the line of scrimmage. So, David, interesting X's and O's matchup here in this one.
Yeah, and it's always cool to have those measuring stick opponents. Like, once we start getting deeper in the season and start having the comparison game, well, you have a matchup, a big matchup of a Big Ten school versus an ACC school. This will be used in the college football playoff criteria.
Looking downfield, it's Watson. Feeling some heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt him. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
The lone back's got it. Plows through the defense. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Irish! What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. He makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders.
And he breaks into the open. Running inside the 20. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, heavyweights trading punches today in a top-5 battle, and now it's a final. Oklahoma was able to ride away on that Sooner schooner with the win, but not necessarily without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing in college football is easy. Gonna be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other could have a case for the #1 spot in America, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Wide receiver shows motion. Back to the ground game on the left. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Quarterback will audible. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Takes a hit as he fires. And the pass hits, picked off. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47th.
Well, I can tell you haven't played the position. If you can't step into throws and you can't follow through, it obviously affects your accuracy. And I think the hit on the quarterback right there certainly contributed to that interception.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many people.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. The Hokies in the hurry-up.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
That's the end of the quarter. Notre Dame, 14. Virginia Tech, 7.
This is not leather helmet era football. This is analytics. Around midfield, 4-down territory. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot now, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. 4th down, long.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Going to the running game. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. Here comes the hurry-up. He'll try the left side. Across the 25, he's got room. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Notre Dame! There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, that's a great job on the blitz, getting the sack and showing you his speed right there. And with that play, he's making some of the great Golden Domer linebackers of old proud. Guys like Manti Te'o, Jalen Smith. How about Michael Stonebrick? One of the all-time great names in college football history. Looking on.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Bringing it back. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception. The offense starts with a short field. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. It's complete to the left. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. What a grab and go for the score. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
We're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns, if you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
The offense lining up for a first down play. Movement here from the tight end. Back to pass, it's Watson. Pocket starts to collapse. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. And the Hokies hit it quickly to the line.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
He's got it down the left. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Fast motion from the offense. Going up top on first down. Steps away. Trying to escape and get it himself. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Offense, quick tempo. Running to the left. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's moving out of the pocket. He'll fire to his right. And he makes the catch inside the 15. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. To the air, it's Watson. On the run, still looking. And they're able to get him down, but not before he gets to the 2. Operating in the red zone here on second down. On the run, it's Mason. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Hokies! Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
14.
Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Here come the Irish back on offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, You know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
That offensive line is putting those golden domes on the defense and starting to move the ball on the ground.
And we can go back so many years, and the coaches may change, but the brand of Notre Dame is what it is. They're going to be physical. They're going to run the football. That's who they are, and that's how they're built.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Here come the Irish again, this time doing it through the air.
And getting a little balance, right? We talked about how they like to be physical and they like to run the football. But when you get that balance going, man, it makes it easy to call plays, start to settle in, everything looking good on offense.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Dropping back, it's Carr. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. That incompletion leads to second down and 10. He leaves it with the back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. They'll try to power their way ahead. Finds a crease at the 20. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Irish!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's shown it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, and now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond.
And a sack all the way back at the 5. The Hokies are in the hurry-up. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. These corners going to give these receivers some space. He's going to take off. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Does this head coach not believe in punting? Does he think punting's against the rules?
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down. Looking for a productive play on first down. That's caught. It's Williams. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On second down, looking again to throw. Oh, picked off. Looking for more room. The 40, the 30, the 20. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the ground with the back. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Heath. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Quick completion on the out route. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Hokies want to crank the tempo. If the Hokies can keep this up in the passing game, that'll make them touch that. Fires into traffic, picked off. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Notre Dame! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
Linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage. And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Quarterback now breaking the field. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
And he just needed a few inches, and the defense was surly and nasty and said, no, sirree. The give on fourth down. It's a fumble. Oh, the loose ball recovered by the offense, but they don't have enough for the first down. It'll be a turnover on downs.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
Wants to throw. It's Watson. They're bringing heat. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Second down now after the sack.
Another sack on the day. This offense has to do something different. Maybe bring in more bodies, run max protection, keep more guys in the block, only send a couple guys out to run pass patterns. You got to do something different. But bottom line, you got to protect that QB.
The Hokies racing to the line in the hurry-up. 3rd and long. He'll have to turn it loose deep. He'll pull it down and run.
I know he didn't pick up the first down, but man, he makes this 4th down way more manageable. It's tough when you got 4th in Africa. He did a great job of making this manageable and keeping the playbook open.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Forced out of the pocket. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
Man, those 4th down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They worked that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Just causing wreckage in the secondary. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Trying to run it in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And the route is on.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And he made the extra point without problem. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Dangerously close to kicking that one out of bounds, but it made it into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. We're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to going downfield for the big play. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Irish!
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense. This is a challenge. They're going to make everything difficult. So when you can make some plays against this defense, you got to absolutely take advantage, create some momentum for your squad. Nice drive by this offense.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown 1 in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Catch in the middle. It's Adams. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays, those linemen start to creep further and further down the field. I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Notre Dame 56, Virginia Tech 20.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Looking for a man. It's Watson. Pressure coming. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll pull it down. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And that falls incomplete on 4th down, but way